Hello guys, 123 and I am back. If any of you have seen my just previous video that I put up, you will know that I have rebooted my channel. So this is going to be the first episode of my Minecraft Let's Play. I think I'm gonna, just to start off, I'm gonna mention a couple things about the reboot that I didn't mention in the previous video. I don't want to focus as much on Minecraft as my previous, like before the reboot I did. I did a bunch of other games, but like just little one-time things mainly. And although I'm probably going to be releasing, starting with 3 series now, and 2 of them are going to be Minecraft related, but ones I add in the future, I think I'm gonna, like, those 2 are gonna stay the only 2 Minecraft related ones for a little while. So yeah, I'm just gonna start off here. I just created this world, then immediately I saw a single birch tree in front of me. I immediately hit escape and then got out. But yeah, so it's just a standard world, and that's about it. Here, as you can see, it's survival, and I did enable cheats just in case something stupid happens or I have to, like, I don't know, do something to fix stuff. Also, another thing, I'm going to talk as I get started off here. What is this place? Just a massive forest, it looks like. Is that, whoa, it's got a weird performance spike there. I did, since I last recorded, which was, what, 10 months ago, excluding the, like, 2-minute video I just put out, I did get a new computer. I was using a shared all-in-one computer that my family has, but now I have my own laptop, which is a gaming laptop, so it should perform pretty well, even though it is a laptop, not like a full desktop. Although, honestly, it should perform much better than my previous computer, which was not too great, and it was an all-in-one and wasn't very good. But yeah, so I'm just gonna collect some wood here while I talk for a little bit. I want to, in order to solve some of the issues that I had last time, which is some of the main reasons I stopped recording, is that I sort of didn't have anything to talk about, really, I feel, or like I wasn't too motivated to sort of continuously talk. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to limit my video length. I'm going to keep, at least for the this LP, I'm going to keep it at 20 minutes per video. And I think this is a good solution. Because this will sort of motivate me to talk, because like otherwise I'm going to run out of time type thing. So yeah, I'm going to turn down the volume a little bit. Oh, it's at 100. Yeah, and turn it down to 50. It's really loud. I'm not recording with headphones right now, so the audio might be really bad. This is sort of a... basically I couldn't find headphones. I couldn't locate any working headphones. The headset that I got, if anyone has watched my previous videos, I talked about it when I got it. It was a Turtle Beach something or other. I still have it, but and I know exactly where it is, but the only issue being that the arm on it is broken. Stupid. Where is it? Is it here? Okay, there it is. Yeah, the arm on it is broken, so it doesn't actually like hold itself to my ears. Like, it still works and whatnot, but yeah, I don't know. Not sure exactly what I'm going to do about that. So let's start off here. So I'm going to make pick. I always only ever make a wooden pick and never make anything else, because I always get stone and make everything else out of stone. Is there any surface stone showing? When I play this game, which actually I haven't been playing much, I stopped playing for like a good 6-7 months, and only in the past month or 2 returned to playing it, Minecraft. I always try and keep the terrain like sort of as natural looking as possible, which is why right now I'm kind of looking for surface surface stone as opposed to like digging in like this, but I figure I might as well. It still seems really loud, and I don't want to get like feedback really because I'm not wearing headphones because that can completely ruin the audio. Yeah, so I'm just going to get a little stone here, and I actually might use this as my little hut for a little while. Although actually, let me just get this. This doesn't, I actually wouldn't mind this looks to me like sort of a long ridge, almost. And I think that would actually be kind of cool to have my base underground like that. God, this is impossible to traverse. That's not quite a ridge, but it does kind of rise up here. And I think it would be kind of cool to sort of almost hollow this out and like build my base within it. That'd be kind of cool. Have a witch hut around. Was that a witch hut over there? It is not. Okay. Hopefully I'm not talking too quietly or anything. I kind of realized I was sort of just getting a little quiet there. Yeah, so the other two series that I said I'd be starting, I didn't say what they were. The other one's going to be, I'm going to be rebooting my Bedrock Survival, because I really like that concept. Although I might not, because, I mean, this isn't a big thing, but I won't be able to really enchant anything, because now that you need lapis to enchant, it kind of will have some issues, because I can only really do so many things. Like, it's hard to fight a wither or fight the ender dragon or something without some good enchants and like enchanted stuff. But yeah, I don't know. It's still possible. I'll decide that, but it's probably going to be one. And then the other one will be the other series I made starting. It's kind of a combination of two things. One, it's kind of going to be a sort of assortment of just random videos. So I'm basically going to be posting 3 days a week, probably Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and I'll have this, my Bedrock Survival, and then the third day. Originally, I was going to do it as simply just random sort of videos, one-offs and stuff, or like sort of non-continuous series. So I might like, if I play a game multiple times, I'll consider it a series, but it's not really like a every week type thing. But I recently started playing a game called Unturned, which is in early access on Steam, and it is honestly quickly becoming one of my favorite games. Basically, it's sort of a DayZ style game where you're like gathering stuff to survive zombies, and you can build a shelter, kind of, although you can build more of a shelter in this than I believe you can in DayZ. But it's kind of a blocky feel to it. Like it is a blocky kind of thing. It's not, the graphics aren't great, but I don't mind that. I actually really like the feel of the game. But God, I keep saying isn't much better. But it is made by a 16-year-old, actually, who I can only assume is from Canada, because the only map really, well, there's 2 maps, but one doesn't have zombies on it. The only actual map is PEI, which is Prince Edward Island, which is a province in Canada. So yeah, I'm assuming he's the kid's Canadian, since like the only map is in Canada. But yeah, so the other map is called Arena. It has a little island surrounded by water, and then it's just sort of wilderness, and there's no actual zombies or anything. Which I don't know if some people would consider this cheating, but the way I actually really have been playing, and I actually kind of enjoy it, is because your inventory is static between any world you go to, like your same inventory, which can be annoying at times, but I'll get around to that. But yeah, so I sort of I built a house in the arena, like, and I sort of use it as a storage locker almost to store all the things I get on PEI. Although I'm starting to build a house now on PEI too, just because I don't want to have to keep switching between worlds, and also I feel it's kind of cheaty. But yeah, so that will be one series, and that's fun. Oh yeah, I said I'd get around to talking about why I don't like static inventory. I actually really do like it, but I think that something that really needs to be added to the game, and it is being updated quite regularly, but something that I think really needs to be added and would be really awesome is sort of profiles, so you can sort of play as different people. Essentially, like different, so you go in to play your game, you select your profile, and then from there, you go into either one of the maps, which will be separate, like the maps, the stuff that's happened to the maps would be different depending on like who you are. So say I create a character named Bob, he would have his own version of the PEI map and version of the arena map. And then, of course, like, that doesn't really matter for multiplayer, but yeah, I just think that would be kind of cool. And also I think that multiplayer needs to be a separate, it needs to have at least the option of, when you host a multiplayer, of having a separate map when you host, because otherwise they just get put onto your single player map, which I'm not sure I like too much. But yeah, I actually haven't played multiplayer yet, so I can't really comment on that too much. But yeah, so that's enough about a different game that I'm not playing right now. I'm gonna let it despawn. Ooh, sun's going down. So I think I've got enough wood for now. And I'm gonna run in here. So I got nothing right now. I'm going to build a furnace. Pop this down. Pop that there. That in there. Okay. This seems good. So yeah, yeah. So I'm my first night. It's been 12 minutes, so I have 8 minutes left. I think I've actually been talking the whole time, which is good. But yeah, so this series I'm just going to try and keep it sort of just to the basics for a while, just building, surviving, and just sort of talking. This is going to be sort of my more talking series, more calm, low-key, whereas in like Bedrock Survival I might do some, actually there's not much, that'll probably be better, but I'm going to keep this one the talking one, and I'm going to find something to do in Bedrock Survival, because that pretty much is entirely just survival, but I'll figure out something anyways. Yeah, and then the unturned/random videos will be just what they are. We'll be more focused on those games. So yeah, so I'm just going to be talking in this series. I'm just keep repeating myself because I think I've said everything that I'd planned on saying. But yeah, so once I have this, I'm going to make some torches. And light the place up. And now, yeah, so I'm not sure how I want to do my house. I'm thinking I actually do like the underground idea here. And I think maybe a little like, I want to have something come up above ground. I'm thinking some sort of like tower shoots up above ground, and there's no entrance to it, so you have to come in through like a secret entrance into this base, and that's really sort of an extension of this base as opposed to its own thing. But like if you approached it, you wouldn't actually notice that. You would just look like, oh, there's a base there, but I can't get in. Yeah. Not that anyone will be approaching this because it's single player, but either way, I think it'll be kind of. I always like to sort of play as if other people were here, even though they're not, like sort of almost RPing. I don't know. It's probably just me, but I always sort of like that. How you think about. I think about my builds as if someone else would see them, and I'll have like little secret entrances, even though I'm playing single player. Or there's actually one world which I really enjoyed playing, but I kind of hit a wall and I kind of stopped playing for a while. But and that was the map I'd been playing on when I stopped playing for a while. But what I did is I sort of I didn't really have any big base. I think I was sort of starting on a main base, but I had sort of little shelters around. So like anywhere I went, there would be within like 50 to 100 blocks a shelter I could go for the night, and it would just have like a little chest, a bed, and whatever else, and like a furnace, and that's it. And it would have some basic supplies in it at all times, so I could always grab some food no matter where I was, and I'd go around and stock everything up, and then I'd have like one or two that I would go to regularly, but like they all had, most of them had sort of secret entrances, and I sort of thought that was a cool sort of thing, and I thought, I know I'm not on a server, but it would be kind of cool to have that on a server. But I don't really play on servers too much. There have been a couple that I've played on. I'm not going to name which ones, but I stopped playing on both of them because they reset their maps. And when I get on servers, I tend to start really big projects. Like on the one server, I went under an ocean, and I basically built these massive towers in like a circle shape. So basically a giant hollow cylinder filled with water. One level, like say the surface of the water was here. Down here I built cobblestone so that there would be one level of water above it. And then I spent hours and hours below that dropping sand and like filling the thing up with sand and destroying it basically, and moving a wall of sand across the thing to get rid of the water. And let me tell you, it was painful because it was right after the update occurred that made oceans entirely source blocks. So like normally before you could cut off an area and it would hollow out, like the water would disappear because you're cutting it off from the sources. And yeah, it was not the funnest experience. And I spent hours doing that, and I had a couple other projects that, like, in the same base. It was this really awesome base with, I think I found, how many spawners was it? I think it was 13 spawners in this base. And I'm just kind of stalling for daytime right now. Although I only have 3 minutes left in the video. I did say this would be a more talking-based series. But yeah, so I had I had like 13 spawners in this base, and I had all these things, and I just started this project where I went around and sort of built bases, and I would sell them. Like I found this one island, put a spawn underneath it, I built a house on it, so a basic house, stocked it with some supplies, and it had server had like a money system, a currency system, so I sold that for I think like, I don't know, like 20,000, whatever the currency was, and I was pretty proud of that. So I started on a townhouse project, which was kind of cool, and I was right in the middle of that when the server reset, and that was a little upsetting. I'm not gonna lie about that. I was kind of upset, and I tried to play on the new one, the new map, and I did for a while, but I just sort of, I don't know, it kind of lost its touch because I'd spent so much time on the other map. But yeah, and that's kind of why I rebooted my channel too, because I had put a lot of sort of effort into the previous like content I'd put up, and then after I left for a little bit, I was planning coming back pretty soon, but then I sort of felt, I don't know, sort of I don't know what the word is, but I'd sort of lost any, like, not exactly reputation, but I guess reputation that I had built. Not that I'd really built any, but yeah, so I sort of like felt like, oh, I'd had to kind of restart, and then I just kept procrastinating with it, and now I've started again, which I'm actually pretty happy about. So yeah, I think I'm gonna start wrapping things up now. I'm at I just hit the 20-minute mark. So yeah, let's see what time it is. Is it? Oh, it's just the dawn of day. So I'm gonna get out of this world so I can wake up to dawn next episode. I will see you guys later then. Fare thee well. Wait, no. Fare thee well.